Welcome to Matrix360's RealLeader series in collaboration with Informa Canada. I'm your host, Chandran Fernando of Matrix360. Just to give you some insight about Matrix360, we are a talent management and workplace strategy firm that specializes in the commercial real estate and development space across Canada. Our purpose is truly to put the emphasis and dial up diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace as we build the future of Canada. So I'm very excited for this conversation this afternoon because we have an outstanding leader in Canadian real estate, Deena Pantalone. Did I say it?
Yeah, you said
Italian,
it right. You said it right.
Trying to throw the Italian in there.
That's good. We were good with that.
Yes. She's the Chief Marketing Officer and Managing Partner of Venturon, and she's also the Managing Partner at National Homes. And just to give you some insight about RealLeader series, this is an opportunity to spotlight Canadian leaders in the commercial space and highlight part of their journey on how they've moved into their success as business leaders. Because we truly believe that stories have an impact and have the ability to influence and inspire people as we build the future of Canada. So to kickstart the conversation, Deena, and to learn more about you, let's take it back. Just a few years back,
okay,
right?
Just a minute
just a minute, right? Not too long ago.
Okay.
When you started your journey in the professional world,
right.
what was your career vision and your focus for you?
I was focused on creating communities, building communities. I also had a strong passion for design, marketing, sales, and that sort of morphed from my early days. I had a planning background, studied marketing, and those were my early days in working with National. I left and then focused on a high-rise seniors housing retirement portfolio that I owned for 14 years and managed with my brother and our business partner. After we exited that, I, in the last 5 years, have been focused on technology. So with my company that I started, Venturon, we focus on investing and piloting early stage tech companies that focus on solutions for the real estate industry, as well as consulting with my community partners. And then I bridge both the worlds together with my low-rise housing company, National, with Venturon.
It's amazing. So you basically create solutions for the future of work in regards to technology and connecting technology to real estate.
Right.
So by doing that, I'm sure you've run into a lot of opportunities in the sense of where you met challenges that really kind of put you off your game, off your guard. How did you manage that as a leader and decipher, what's good, what's bad, let's park that?
So in two significant times in my career, moving from my early days from a marketing agency to working at National Homes and then leaving to start a business in the seniors housing market at a time where it was very different and we were like pioneers in that field of taking what we did really well on the housing side and creating a luxury product and building in the healthcare side, but recognizing one thing that was personally really important to me on treating seniors with respect and dignities, and that we had buildings that represented that. So there were high-end style hotels, but the healthcare was set in the background. And that was really challenging earlier in my career because there was a very specific way of doing things. And that's something that in the real estate world, as a blanket term, real estate, so that can be commercial real estate, development, industrial, housing, whatever, lots of different, and you have this sort of older mentality, dinosaur of, what does that look like? So you're challenged there. And then after I sold that portfolio and started looking at the tech world, one of the biggest challenges I had was introducing that language to a very old industry of why is it necessary to change and why would I want to disrupt anything when I'm performing well or my ROI or my, how is this going to help my portfolio or my asset class? And that's been a challenge that I've had in this part of my career.
So speak to us about that, like the challenge, because you are a true disruptor. Like here you are, just a few minutes ago, as a managing partner at National Homes, you were able to sort of disrupt how seniors housing connects to the community. and to the landscape of business and real estate. And now you've moved on to this other platform where you're bridging technology, prop tech, to the real estate world. And what you mentioned is that you're changing the mindset of this old mindset, and you're bringing them into the future. So the challenges, like, speak to us about the challenges.
So I think that what is important, and it's something we were chatting about, was understanding who your audience is and what a new generation is looking for in the workplace, in teams, in their mindset, and their option of developing like great products or why it makes sense. And then speaking to an older guard or a board of directors and why you'd want to adopt that type of technology or work with these teams, and how that makes sense for your bottom line, right? So because that's what they want to know. They want to know, how is this going to work for me? Why is it going to work in my future? Why would I invest in this now? So it's not only with Venturon we invest, but we also, are shoulder to shoulder, proof of concept, working in relationship with the companies, and how that then translates in the long run.
The long term, for their ROI.
For their ROI.
So people have this thing that they wake up to, which I call it the clock of opportunity. It's your alarm clock, right? So every morning when the clock of opportunity buzzes,
that would be my kids.
What pulls you out of bed? Like, what's that fuel that pulls you out of bed?
So my daughters pull me out of bed, and I have, I grew up with a very active family. Up early, working out, meditate. Get ready for your day, attack the day, and mentality. So I like to get up and
feel that,
really feel that, and work with my team and collaborate with others, and bright young minds, as well as you can't negate the more mature, seasoned people that I respect very much and I learn a tremendous amount from, and that's what I would encourage young people that are looking at this today. And sometimes you never know where there's an opportunity, and it sometimes is in an area that you didn't even think or expect, right? Like I couldn't have said, when you asked me to reflect back, that I would be now working in the tech space and traveling all over the world. Like I was just in Japan, in Korea, looking and working with Panasonic, different tech companies, and how it relates to real estate. I would have never predicted that. It just sort of unfolded that way.
It kind of like evolved, right?
Completely.
Based on from your 10 years of running a huge business connection. When it comes down to navigating the field as a professional and as a leader, how do you, if you could lay one foundation in the brick of the future of Canada, what would that be for the next generation of leaders for you? Like, what would you do? What would you?
I think that for me, what's really important right now is looking at what types of technology solutions that are actual real solutions, not sort of a sexy flash pan type of technology that's super exciting, but something that actually makes sense, that can help our industry become more efficient operationally. I think that's really important. I also think that as a leader, that being transparent in the open market, now we have LinkedIn and all social feeds of how we find talent and who we want to work with. I think that's also important to show some transparency and vulnerability, but we're still operating in a business place. And like I said to you, we really look at, your quality, your character, your integrity, your performance before we're looking at gender or
race or
anything like that.
Okay, so thinking more on a deeper level, because I know that you love to meditate, you mentioned, which is great. And because these times leaders are under the microscope in regards to how they manage, how they move forward, how they think strategically for the future. So if you could go back in time, what one piece of leadership advice that you know now that you would tell your younger self or share with your younger self?
I would encourage my younger self to not talk myself out of taking certain steps or risks.
Sure.
Yeah. That's definitely, but
Okay.
I think that just comes with life and experience,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It's easy for us
Yeah,
to all say,
yeah.
but that's definitely
Yeah.
something that I would,
It's
and
to
don't be
embrace
afraid
the
to
risk.
ask questions.
Yeah.
I think is like,
Okay.
it's really important.
Yeah. So to lead with your curious mind, take those risks and just go with the flow and just own your being and have faith in your skill sets, right?
Yeah, and don't apologize for
Don't
like what you
apologize.
want, what you
Yeah.
asked for,
Okay.
and your vision.
Yeah. Okay. Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Deena,
was really
for joining
nice.
us. Truly enjoyed this
Thank you.
conversation. Although we only got a little snippet of it, but I'm sure there's tons of great information out here to pick, which we'd love to continue the conversation. To further check out
Thank
this
you.
conversation, please do check out Informa Canada, their website, their social media feeds, and thank you so much.
Thank you.